one more task in regards to goal setting. I need you to create a long-term list, a short-term list, assign deadlines, and then post it. So for your long-term list, that should be anywhere from 5 to 10 years, no more than 5 items. I like to keep it at about 5 or so because these goals normally take time to get and a lot of work to get there. And long-term goals, life goals, take a lifetime. You can't have a whole bunch of those. You know what I mean? We could think big, but at this point we're being practical. Let's name the biggest things in our lives that we would like to accomplish and keep them at about 5 things or so. Obviously, you can adjust them to your liking. Now, your long-term list that you just created or about to create should feed into your short-term list. So the second thing you're going to do is create now your short-term list. On your short-term list, that list is going to be about 5 to 10 items, and the time span is going to be about 1 to 2 years. When you're done creating these 2 lists, you then have to assign a deadline, because a goal without a deadline is, remember I was going to give you a bunch of phrases, tried and true. So, your beginning time frame is now, and then you get to assign your deadline. Think about the goal and think about reasonably how long it should take. Assign that time, assign a date, whether it be a month and a year, a specific day isn't necessary, but be specific when you assign your deadline. Once you're all done with that, the last thing you're going to do is post it in a prominent place. For me personally, I posted my list when I was in school, college days, so on and so forth, trying to figure it all out. I posted it inside of my closet. So I had to open that thing up every day and walk in. It was a walk-in closet. And there was those 5 things, man. My long-term goal list was listed there. On this list, man, was my legacy stuff, right? It was complete school, my BA, and then my master's. Get married, find a beautiful lady, get married, have kids, 3 to 5 kids. I wanted 5 kids minimum if I had time. We started late, got married late. My kids are teenagers now, so I'll leave that to my next generation. But that was on my list, man. And the other thing on my list was a 4.0, Makings Dean's list. And I'm happy to say that these things, I don't know how many I mentioned, I've accomplished them all, except for one, which was to get my master's. But it's not that I didn't go back to school. I went to school. I got my film degree, certifications, and other stuff. So I went back to school, just not for my master's. So if I was to say there was one thing that I didn't achieve, it would be the master's portion of it. But all these other things I kept seeing, I kept working towards, and eventually I got there. You will too. Follow this system. Okay? All right, make sure you complete everything in Chapter 1, including the goal-setting exercises, the nutrition and exercise exercises, and getting them all in a space where you can handle them. You understand it. It makes sense to you. Your regimen, this looks good. So take time to figure this part out and adjust your mindset along with these exercises, and then move on to the next module. All right, you guys. We're doing it. Let's get going.